My name is Rashia Parrish. I'm 16 and I will be attending St. Benedict.
Donovan. I'm 17 and I go to Central High School.
Well, once when I was 12, things happened. Like I was raped, and then the year after, my aunt died, and I started going through depression, having suicidal moments.
The first time I wanted to commit suicide, I was 10 years old. I had just finished 5th grade. I was left out a lot of things. I was bullied because I wasn't Mexican, I wasn't the stereotype black guy, and I wasn't a girl.
The first time was, I think, 2 years ago, and I was lying down on the couch, and I was on social media, of course, and I was in an argument with basically the whole school because this girl, well, my old friend, she didn't like something that I did, and her sister came around, and they were trying to fight me, and they posted a video of me not reacting to what they were doing, and the whole school was like texting me and all that. And so I threw my phone, I turned it off, and I went to my bathroom and got some pills, and I took them. And when I came back and laid down, and I started like getting cold and all that, and my grandma came in there, and she thought that I was just sick, and so the next morning I got real sick at school, and they called the ambulance, and that's when they sent me to Lakeside. Growing up, I was a quiet and shy girl, and always sensitive, overly sensitive, and it didn't make me feel well because I was already insecure about myself, so it didn't make me feel better at all.
In that transition period, you're being put into a box, and I never knew who to sit with. I never knew who to talk to, and in middle school, I hated it there. I just hated people, hated everything. There were multiple occasions where I came home crying, asking my mother, "Can we please move?"
I cut my hair, and people bullied me for it. Me cutting my hair, it was just to start over, you know. But I didn't expect to actually get made fun of because of it.
I was called the F word. I didn't fit in with anyone because because I wasn't a stereotype, and I just didn't really know who to talk to.
I was in a room with two different girls who were going kind of through the same things that I was going through, and we basically had to talk to each other to try to help each other, because you know, keeping things deep inside by themselves, it doesn't do anything but make it worse.
Environment was really bad, and then luckily after 3 years of asking, I moved to Florida, well, Daytona Beach, and the minute I was told, I was so excited, I was so happy. I had told my parents within 20 minutes, I had said, "I am finally happy." After a while, I started to meet these amazing people. A little bit after I'd started to meet them, I had started to like a guy. So that kind of made it confusing, but I still was happy there. On Mother's Day, my dad said, "I want to talk to you." He said, "We're moving to Memphis." Not even 2 minutes later, I went into my parents' bathroom crying, just because I loved it in Florida so much. And my dad, as soon as he walked in, he was like, "What have I done?" In the Memphis airport, I started crying, saying, "I do not want to be here, please send me home."
I would tell myself that it basically wasn't my fault that things happened, and like I can be my own person. I don't have to follow the trend and all that. I feel better now to this day, but there are still things that trigger like depression, anxiety, and like the things I did to get over it. I found new coping skills. I wouldn't want anyone to actually feel what I felt then, because it's not a great feeling.
I've always just felt the depression load on me, and what didn't help is my parents, because they did cry with me, but they were like, they just knew there was nothing they could do, and then they didn't even put a name to it. They just thought I take a medication that's both for anxiety and depression, and my parents just treated it as an anxiety medication. They didn't even want to fully accept the fact that I was suffering from depression. And I told my parents before I transferred to Central. On a good day, I came home crying. On a bad day, I wrote my suicide note. It got harder and harder, and at one point I had told my mom, I still am unhappy. It was a year later, and she had told me, you have to get over it. No offense, but you have to get over it.
They probably might be having like problems at home they can't actually talk about. They might end up getting bullied in their neighborhood or something like that, and they come to school and think they have to be the bully. You know? I mean, right now I wouldn't do anything but smile at them, because they basically made me stronger, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for them.
To anyone who might see someone who they think is going through it, saying hi can make the biggest difference.